Josh, why do you think legalizing marijuana is such a big ballot issue this year?
I think people, the truth has come to the forefront for so long. Just misinformation was spread, whether that was from government groups or groups that have financial stakes in keeping cannabis prohibition on the books. So yeah, now that people have realized that reefer madness was just that, just a propaganda war to keep this plant illegal. And then really the cases of legalization in Colorado, Washington, even Washington D.C., Alaska have shown that the sky doesn't fall. In fact, crime goes down, opiate deaths go down. So there really are some benefits, and that's not to mention the huge tax revenue that can be associated with that. Here in this state, we're focusing primarily on medical cannabis. It's never been any state go straight to the legalized market. There's
Right.
always been an intermediary step to medical, and to me that just makes sense because who needs it most are sick patients. So granted, I don't want to see anyone end up in a cage over a plant, but I really don't want to see a sick person die because they don't have access to medicine.
So that's, a lot of people might vote to legalize medical use, but not recreational use. How does that differ in your mind?
Yeah, like I say, to me it's the logical first step is medical cannabis. Nationwide it polls at sometimes as much as 75%. Here in the state of Missouri, medical cannabis has approval rates of 2/3, if not greater. Missouri's not quite there. We're at about 49% for full legalization. Okay. But yeah, the citizens of Missouri are definitely ready to have medical cannabis markets and for, again, patients to have access to that medicine they so desperately need.
So what do you think would change in our state if it does become legal?
Oh, first off, opiate deaths go down. So over the past 15 years, opiate prescriptions have quadrupled. Pain reporting has stayed the same. So you've got this overprescription of highly addictive, possibly lethal prescription drugs. And like I say, across the board, the number that the Journal of American Medical Association came up with was 24.8% drop in opiate deaths in states that have access to medical cannabis. So that's just one instance, again, with the opiates. Now, there's also helping to alleviate the symptoms of chemo and radiation
Right.
with cancer patients, the glaucoma. Really, there's the main problem with medical cannabis right now is the limits on research. It seems like there's a new study that comes out every month or so that says, well, it actually helps with this. So yeah, the barriers that the federal government have put on to research the plant are kind of keeping some folks in the dark. But
So you mentioned that this could bring in a lot of revenue. Can you speak more to that?
yeah, so as far as the medical initiative that is currently being proposed by New Approach Missouri, there's a very moderate 4% tax that goes to overhead, and then all the rest goes to an already existing veterans health care fund. So, like I say, we don't really want to tax patients. You don't want to, put a tax on being sick and getting your medicine. So as far as the medical market, there's not as much of a general coffers revenue advantage to that. But like I say, when New Approach Missouri collects the signatures that they need and gets on the ballot there for November, when that passes, all excess tax revenue will go to pay for veterans health care in the state of Missouri.
So what would you say to voters who are heading out to the polls in the next months and weeks, and what would you say to them?
Well, first, they need to find a place to sign the petition, because like I say, that's how the state initiative process works here in Missouri. And then, I would say to them to, when they cast their vote, think about facts and not fear, and realize that at the end of the day, the New Approach Missouri proposal would give patients access to their medicine and fund veterans health care. You're going to be hard-pressed, at least, to convince me that sick people don't deserve medicine and veterans don't deserve health care.